Hello, and welcome to the Nifty Scrapbooker. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Besides doing a scrapbook page, we're going to be doing a card instead. So we're going to break out the monsters on this card and show you how to do some ink blending, some covering of mistakes from misstamped images, and just have a great time. So kick back, relax, and I'll show you the new item from Maymay Made It Stamp Club. Okay, and welcome back to the Nifty Scrapbooker. Today we're going to be making a card instead of a scrapbook layout. I wanted to showcase something I just got in the mail. I'm part of Maymay Made It's Stamp of the Month Club, and this is the stamp called Monster Maker. And it's a really cute make your own monster set. One thing I love about these stamp sets from her stamp club is that when you buy a stamp club membership, you can go online and for free you can download the SVG files. So from this set, what we've done is I've downloaded the SVG files and stamped some of these little monsters out, and we're going to be using these on a card today. Okay, we're also going to be using the stamps today to put the faces on our little monsters here. So let's get busy putting our stamps together. Okay, the first thing I want to do before we get to any coloring is we want to go ahead and finish the faces on our monsters here. Get out our stamp block. Let's choose one of these stamp. Well, let's see. We'll give this guy a mouth, and I use the archival ink because when you color with Copic markers, or as I have the chameleon markers, it won't bleed if you let the ink dry. So we're going to get this guy's face on here. Sorry if I got my head in the way. There's his little mouth with his little buck teeth. Alright, let's get some eyes. Let's do these eyes here. These are really cute. Pop them on. There's our first little monster completed. There we go. Okay. Let's give this guy a face. Let's give him this mouth. And I love the sentiments in this pack. The ones we're going to be using today are these. Monsters say, "You're my kind of creature." And then the inside of the card is going to say, "Sending you monster hugs." There's his laughing face. And let's give this guy, let's see, what kind of eyes can we give him? Let's give them these. It comes with several eyeballs, several mouths. You can give these guys multiple eyes. Just one eye. We're going to have to stamp this twice because we only have one eyeball that's this color. I mean, it's this shape. So we'll stamp them one eye at a time. I'm using the Ranger archival ink that's acid-free, permanent, and waterproof. That's good for using your alcohol markers with. And there's our second monster done. Alright. Now let's get this guy, and let's give him, what kind of, do we want to do chompy teeth? Do we want to do, let's give him a silly face. Let's have him stick out his tongue. I'm just going to ink this up. Give him his goofy grin. There's his goofy grin. And let's just give him one eyeball, but let's give him a large eyeball. So you can see the different kind of eyes we can get out of this set. There's also birthday messages in this set. And there's our third monster stamped out. So that's great. We got all our stamping done. Now what I'd like to do is show you some ink blending while we let these dry. We'll just set these over here a little bit. We'll talk about those a little later on. We're going to do some ink blending on here. I'm going to be using two colors today of Distress ink. I'm going to be using Peacock Feathers and Mermaid Lagoon. Then we're going to be using a Stampin' Up background stamp to create some texture on this one. So we'll start with the lighter color first. Mermaid Lagoon. And I got this is the Glass Media Matte by Tim Holtz in Tonic Studios. That's the one I have that I'm using today. And I like it because you can just and you can just wipe your surface off when you're done all your ink blendings. That way you don't get stuff on other sides of your, let's do this, we'll do this corner in this. Okay, there's our Mermaid Lagoon on there. Got a little feather on there, or a stray. Let's go ahead and do our Mermaid Lagoon. We'll start in this corner. We'll go up the middle. Okay, we have a nice swirl of color here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wipe off my table here a little bit. We don't want to get our other things that are white mixed up or marked up with other color. Alrighty, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a plaid. This is the plaid. It's called, let's see, Stipple Plaid by Stampin' Up. It's an older stamp back from 2001. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be inking this up with the Mermaid Lagoon. We're going to be inking up the whole stamp because it covers the whole stamp. I mean the paper will cover the whole stamp. Now what I love about this stamp is it misses little places. It just makes it look like a weathered piece of plaid. Make sure this is good and stamped up. It's easier to do this if you have a larger stamp pad, but the stress things, I only carry the small little squares. What we're going to do is we're going to lay this on here very carefully, and we're going to just rub down with our hands. This creates a good coverage and lets you get it on there really good. And let's see, presto. There we go. There we have our ink blended background. We're just going to rub this stamp off a little bit, get the excess ink off of here with my microfiber cloth. And there's our stamp background. And I'll be showing you some other. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing our little monsters and stuff here on the side. Now I want to show you something. Here we got a nice clean stamp. I don't know if you can see that. I'll raise it up a little bit. So see a nice clean stamp that is? Sending you monster hugs. Well, this one slid a little bit on me, and so it's a little not so great. This one I had to stamp twice because I didn't get it down good enough, and I stamped kind of off of it. But we're going to show you kind of how to hide those and make those look good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take my chameleon markers. I'm going to grab my, let's see, I'm going to be using 4 colors today. Dark Sage, Turquoise, Tangerine, Vermilion, and Turquoise, Dark Sage, Tangerine, and Vermilion are the four chameleon markers I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to be taking, I think I'm going to be using the orange on this because that'll shine brightly against this. What we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and fill these in. These were stamped yesterday, so they're nice and dry. but it will take out some of the, make the a little darker and kind of hide that graying from double stamping and stuff like that, because I'm covering with a darker ink. See, these silly monsters say. We'll be putting that on there. And you're my kind of creature. These are an alcohol-based marker, and I absolutely love them. I love coloring with them. There we go. You're my kind of creature. And then we're going to be taking that, will stand against that turquoise. Then we're going to take the turquoise here and coloring this, sending you monster hugs. And this will be the inside sentiment. So we're going to color it up so we have a little bit of color on the inside. Okay. We'll just set that aside for the inside of the card. This is my card base that we did up. And now we're going to color our little monsters here. There we go. We have all three of our monsters done. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take these and start gluing everything down, okay? So we're going to take our Scotch ATG gun and just doing a stripe along here. There we go. Ooh. Sliding around everywhere. Going to kind of use this line right here on the plaid to line up our These Silly Monsters Say. And we're going to be coming down, You're My Kind of Creature. So we're going to bring that kind of right on top of this line here. There we go. We're going to dance these little guys around here. And we're going to be using some of our pop-up tape. I love this pop-up tape. It's great. And you won't believe where I got it. They sell this in a 3-pack. It comes with the really thin. This is the medium. And it comes by with the wide, too. Comes as a 3-pack at Dollar Tree, believe it or not. They have some great pop-up tape available. We're just going to take some of this pop-up tape, put these guys on here. Perfect. This guy is a little wide, so we're going to give him 2 pieces. There we go. Just pull up the release tape, the release paper. Put that away. Start putting our monsters on here. There's the front of our card. Isn't that cute? Now we're going to take our card base and we're going to go ahead and put our ATG gun, take it around this. I do all 4 edges since it's a card we wanted to stay stuck down on here. And we're going to be putting this on the, well, before we do that, I want to do something else. I want to go ahead on the back here. Every card I make, I put this little stamp on here. It says created just for you by the nifty scrapbooker. I'll put that on the back of my cards. I'm going to do this on here. This is cut just slightly off, so we have a nice white background. And then what I'll do is I'll grab my pens. Or pens, find one. Oh, here's a turquoise pen. Perfect. That matches the edge. And I like to do this freehand edge here, this line around here, kind of gives it some dimension. And we'll just do this line all the way around. If it gets a little wobbly, that's fine. It's a hand-drawn edge, so it's okay if you wobble a little bit. So there's our front of our card, completed. Now we just need to take our Sending You Monster Hugs. Let's get a little bit of tape on it. And we'll open this up and put that right in there. Sending You Monster Hugs. And there's our silly monster from the Monster Maker set from Maymay Made It. We have our monster card. Now I'm going to show you a couple more cards here. We'll kind of push my stuff off to the side. And this one says, "These silly monsters say, I see how awesome you are. Happy birthday." There's another monster card. Here's one that says, "These silly monsters say, ah, it's your birthday. Have a monsterly great day." And then I made my first Slimline card yesterday. And this says, "These silly monsters say," and it says, "It's your birthday. Have a monsterly great day." So these are the 4 cards I had made with this monster set. I hope you enjoy them. And I hope you can pick up this set later on. She'll have it available on her website this month. So I hope you get this great set. It can be used for all occasions. The other sayings on this card set, besides the ones we've said here, is "I see how awesome you are," EYE. "You're my kind of creature. You're the best. I'm your boo. Your smile gives me goosebumps." And then it says, "These silly monsters say," "This silly monster says," because if you only use one monster, it's a different tense. So they have those both in those sayings. So I hope you enjoyed today's card making demonstration from the Monster Maker Kit from Maymay Made It. See you next time on The Nifty Scrapbooker.